Flag football will be in the 2028 Olympics in LA, and I believe in the 2026 World Games, so people can qualify. And I was excited. A lot of people was talking about it. They thought it was a cool idea. Different countries get to flex their basketball. What the fuck? I talk about a lot of basketball here. That's why. Uh, Different countries get to flex their American football muscles, which is cool. Um, with that announcement, a lot of people were speculating on what NFL stars would play in the Olympics for the flag football team, which led a pro flag football player by the name of, I want to get this right, Darell Doucette, to say that it was disrespectful for them to just not acknowledge the guys that are already pros, which I respect that. That's definitely understandable. But then he went on to say that he was better than Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs. And that's where he lost me. Because, brother, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you dumb? Listen. I'm not the picture of athleticism or anything like that. But I do know a little bit about sports. Whether I'm good at it or not, right? Besides Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes is probably the greatest quarterback we've ever seen. And when it's all said and done, if he keeps winning championships on the pace that he's winning and breaking records and scoring touchdowns and all that stuff, he's probably going to be the greatest of all time when he retires. But you, Darell Doucette, a quarterback in the Flag Football League, thinks that you're better than future greatest of all time, Patrick Mahomes. All right. and then Pat Mahomes tweeted out after he said that. Pat Mahomes tweeted out the 50 Cent meme of, what'd he say fuck me for?
I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what'd he say fuck me for?
No, for real, he just randomly, like, I don't know if the reporter asked him that or something like that, but it seemed like he just randomly said, and I'm better than Pat Mahomes. What? No offense to you. I've seen some of his clips. I'll talk about that in a second. He's very good at football. He's a very good quarterback. He throws very well. He runs fast. He's a good quarterback. But, brother, if you were better than Pat Mahomes, you'd be in the NFL most likely. I'm assuming, unless I'm tripping. You're not. You're just not. You have more experience in flag football, but I don't think the difference between flag football and NFL football is that different. Besides, in my opinion, I may be wrong, but in my opinion, NFL football is more difficult because you're getting tackled. You got 300-pound monsters trying to take your head off. Whereas in flag football, you just pull the flag. Not saying that's not difficult. I think it's more difficult for defenders maybe. Because you can't just throw your body at somebody. You got to precisely grab the flag. But for offensive players, it's probably an easier game. Because you're not getting slammed on your fucking head. By a 200-pound, 250-pound linebacker. It's like the 3v3 in the Olympics, right? 3v3 basketball. They don't have NBA guys in that. They have guys like Jimmy Fredette and Rick Barry's son. Not Brent Barry or John Barry, but the youngest one. I didn't even know he existed until this previous Olympics. You know why those guys are playing in that and not in the in the Olympic games, like the full game 5v5 Olympic games? Because they're not as good. They're not in the NBA for a reason. Jimmy Fredette is really good. Rick Barry's son is pretty good. They were great college, high school basketball players, and that's why they're in the Olympics. But they're not on the level of LeBron James and Steph Curry, because if they were, they would have made the team. If they were, they'd be in the NBA. This flag football is going to be the equivalent of 3v3 basketball in the Olympics. Still great players, but y'all not as great as the pros. And no disrespect to the pro flag football players. Doucette made a comment before he said what he said about Pat Mahomes, that it's disrespectful that they're just disregarding them. And I think that's fair, because if you're already in the pro flag football league, I think there should be like a mix of those guys in the flag football Olympic team. But if Pat Mahomes wants to play quarterback for the Olympic team, the 3v3 or the flag football Olympic team, he's gonna play quarterback for the flag football Olympic team, and nobody's taking that spot from him. Now, you could be Mr. Doucette, you could be the backup, and that's if Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson don't want to play. Listen, like, I feel him on that point, that it should be like, you should ask those guys first. But if Pat Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or Justin Jeffries or any of those guys want to play flag football for the USA Olympic team, they're going to play. And that's just the bottom line. Now, if they don't want to play, sure, let's send the pro flag football guys out there. Great. But if they want to play, they're going to play. And that's just the bottom line, unfortunately, for the pro flag football players. Now, I'm not going to lie. I almost changed my tune a little bit for a second, right? Because some clips dropped of Doucette and his teammates and some other like flag football pros playing, and they looked amazing. Don't get me wrong. Like, they were doing stuff that I'd never seen before on a football field. Like, they were making different moves. It looked almost like rugby a little bit as far as their play styles and how they were moving. But then Lamar Jackson dropped a video of him playing flag football, completely destroying the competition. I don't know who he was playing against, but he was just having fun out there. Like, the flag football players were serious and determined, and it looked real serious. Lamar Jackson was out there playing. And then he tweeted out saying, "Brother, I was playing flag football in the 6th grade. It's not that difficult. Chill out." Nigga said, "I was playing flag football at the Boys and Girls Club. What are you talking about?" No, like, Lamar Jackson was being a little rude. I'm not gonna lie. He could have handled that a little bit better, but I think he was just upset that they were, because if you think you're better than Pat Mahomes, then you're saying you're better than me too, and he probably was like, you lost your fucking mind, Mr. Doucette. I hope I'm saying his name right. And again, I don't mean no disrespect to the flag football community, the pros, or anything like that. Again, obviously you guys are a million times the athlete I'll ever be, right? So all due respect there. But when you're talking about NFL players, and not just any NFL players, it's not like he was talking about like Brock Purdy or anything like that. He said he was better than the best quarterback in the world right now, who's probably going to end up being the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. Michael Jordan and LeBron James are in the GOAT conversation because they're just good at pro basketball. They're good in the rec league. They're good in 3v3. They're good overseas. They're good in the Olympics. That's why they're in the GOAT conversation. Not because they're just good in the NBA. Mr. Doucette, with all due respect, you might be fucking dumb. Because Patrick Mahomes is right now and probably will forever be better than you at football. Any form of football. Pee-wee football. Flag football. Touch football. Tackle football. That's just what it is, man. And if he wants to play in the Olympics, he will. And if it means you not playing in the Olympics, good luck, Charlie. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Do y'all think Mr. Doucette is right? Do you think, based on whatever you've seen from him, that he's better than Pat Mahomes? Do you think he's on cocaine or crack and he just lost his fucking mind during that interview, and maybe he was just really upset? Maybe he was just really upset and he lost. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes people crash out and they're not thinking straight and they just say the first thing that comes to their mind or whatever they're feeling at the moment. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe Pat Mahomes doesn't even want to play in the Olympics, or Lamar Jackson doesn't even want to play. And then none of this matters because Doucette and all his buddies will be playing in the Olympics anyway. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let's have a little discussion about it. And let me know what else you'd like me to talk about. I don't usually talk about football a lot here. When I do talk about sports, I'm talking about basketball. This is just something that I really wanted to get into because it was just so crazy to me. But make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you ding that notification bell so you know every time I drop a video. And most of all, YouTube, I love you guys. Peace out.
It's the 3 on PLAXtv.